House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 2 delivers one of the most significant moments of the series as Sir Otto Hightower finally faces the consequences of the political game he spent decades playing. After years of manipulating the royal court, placing his family in positions of power, and helping ignite the civil war known as the Dance of the Dragons, Otto's story reaches its dramatic conclusion when Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen successfully captures King's Landing and claims the Iron Throne. His execution is far more than the death of a single character. It symbolizes the complete collapse of the Green faction's control over the capital and marks the beginning of Rhaenyra's reign. The scene begins inside the Red Keep after Rhaenyra's forces have secured the city. Otto Hightower is brought before the new queen in chains, surrounded by members of her court. Once the most powerful political figure in Westeros as Hand of the King, Otto now stands powerless before the woman whose claim he spent years trying to destroy. Unlike many prisoners facing execution, Otto shows almost no panic. His expression remains calm, and he accepts that there is no escape from the judgment awaiting him. As Rhaenyra prepares to pass sentence, Otto quietly tells her to just get it over with. He does not beg for mercy or attempt to justify his actions. Instead, he chooses to face death with dignity, fully aware that his political ambitions have finally come to an end. His acceptance creates a tense silence throughout the throne room, as everyone waits to see how the new queen will respond. For a brief moment, Rhaenyra hesitates. Executing the man responsible for so much of her family's suffering is not as simple as she imagined. Before she can second-guess herself, Prince Daemon Targaryen reminds her that the entire court is watching. He urges her not to show weakness, explaining that this is the moment when everyone must see that she truly rules the Seven Kingdoms. Any hesitation could be interpreted as uncertainty, something a newly crowned monarch cannot afford. Realizing that his fate is sealed, Otto makes one final request. Rather than asking for his life to be spared, he simply asks not to be hacked at. Even in his final moments, he hopes for a clean and honorable execution instead of a slow, brutal death. The request reflects the composure he has maintained throughout the entire confrontation. Before the execution is carried out, Otto delivers one last speech that reflects on everything the realm has become. He says that if King Viserys were alive to witness the destruction consuming Westeros, he would never have imagined that his family would end up tearing itself apart in such a devastating civil war. It is one of Otto's few moments of genuine reflection, acknowledging that the kingdom has descended into chaos far beyond what anyone originally intended. After hearing his final words, Rhaenyra steps forward herself. Rather than ordering an executioner to carry out the sentence, she personally performs the execution, making it clear that this is her decision alone. With one decisive strike, Otto Hightower is beheaded, ending the life of one of the most influential political figures in House of the Dragon. His death immediately changes the balance of power, removing the strategist who had guided the Greens since the beginning of the conflict. The executions do not end there. Shortly after Otto falls, Sir Gwayne Hightower is also brought forward. Knowing there is no hope of survival, he calmly accepts his own fate and simply asks that someone pass along his final wishes to his wife. Moments later, he too is executed, further demonstrating that Rhaenyra intends to eliminate the remaining leadership of the Green faction. With both executions complete, the throne room falls silent. Rhaenyra slowly walks toward the Iron Throne, climbing each step with confidence as the court watches. Unlike earlier moments in the episode when she questioned herself, she now moves with complete certainty. Sitting upon the Iron Throne is more than a symbolic victory. It confirms that King's Landing has a new ruler and that her long fight for the crown has finally reached its defining moment. Otto Hightower's death represents the end of an era built on political manipulation, calculated alliances, and relentless ambition. Throughout the series, he believed that every sacrifice he made would secure a better future for his family, yet those same decisions ultimately destroyed everything he worked to protect. His execution closes one of House of the Dragon's longest-running storylines, while setting the stage for an even bloodier struggle as the war continues under Queen Rhaenyra's rule.